I know this video is a bit overdue. I went away last weekend and I'm just now getting caught up on my shows, child. Like, a lot has been happening, but nonetheless, I am here to give you guys my review for The Real Housewives of Dubai season 1 episode 3, lemons into lemonade. Okay, and as always, I am Janice or Barb, whatever you prefer to call me. Just do not call me Janice or Barbara. So let's get into the review, shall we? Okay, so this episode, we get right into it. Lesa is having her first ever fashion show, and we find out that she's going to be embarking on non-maternity wear. We do know that she has a maternity wear line, Mina Rowe, and she's now going to be launching some non-maternity wear because that's more sustainable. You know, not everybody is pregnant every day past 9 months, you know, like obviously there's a certain time period that you're pregnant, and after that you go back to wearing non-maternity wear, right? Okay, so she's sitting down. She is getting up with Ayan because she has her own modeling agency, so she brings over some of her girls and they sit down with a couple of members from Lisa's team, and they just evaluate the girls and whatnot and have a little kiki while they're doing so, and it was real cute. Okay, so that's really it for that first scene. After that, we have Nina and Caroline Stanbury, and they are at this really nice hotel. Like, when I say it was nice, like it was bomb little staycation. There was nothing little about that staycation, okay, honey? They had scuba divers coming up to the windows saying hi, what's up, hello. They had all the hors d'oeuvres that you could ever ask for. They didn't have french fries though, and we find out in this episode that Nina loves her some french fries, and I was like, you know what, I'm not even mad at that. I love fries too, crispy, okay, with ketchup, period. But it was real cute. They had their kids, and it was like a just, you know, a little quick little staycation. I thought we were going to see more while they stayed there, but this is really the only scene that we got with them at the very extravagant and nice hotel. Caroline's daughter actually shows up. Her 15-year-old daughter comes in, and somehow we get on the subject of kids, and I guess Caroline is told Sergio, who I've heard some things in the blog about some old tweets that resurfaced of his, and I don't know how I feel about Sergio right now. But anyway, he wants more kids. I guess she's down for that, but her daughter was like, no, I can't imagine having another sibling. Like, first of all, Sergio gives me big brother, he don't give me daddy, so she not really here for more kids, but I guess we'll see more about that. But before she actually walks in, Nina and Caroline are talking about their friendship, and I get the vibe that I guess Caroline, once she found that Nina passed the vibe check and the you're good enough to sit at the table with us check, then she was like, okay, Nina, like, you're good. Then she gave Nina the time of day. And Nina seemed to have picked up on that, because she was like, you know, we kind of were in the same circles, but our friendship never really flourished until, you know, one day it just did. Yeah, Nina basically always heard that they'd get along, but again, Caroline never really gave her a chance, and I think that's something that Caroline needs to work on, if you ask me. But anyway, moving right along. Next scene, we get back with Ayan. She is having some lunch with Lesa, and then of course, what does she have? Gifts, because she always has a gift, okay? She always has a gift for the occasion. So she's walking in with her pot up on her head, and guess what is in the pot? Lemons. Hence why the episode is named Lemons Out of Lemonade, and lemons into lemonade, shall I say. These lemons are for Brooks. Brooks walks in and she's like, why is this pot in my chair? Why is this pot in my chair? And she opens up like, okay, bitch, you got jokes. And it, it was funny. It was cute, whatever. I liked Ion's outfit. I didn't really like her hair. I thought it was giving me like Pegasus princess. Didn't really like it, but I did kind of like the outfit. And overall, everyone looked cute though. We also found out that the goat was missing for, the goat that Ion gave to Lesa was missing for several hours. So much so that Lesa had to turn to her community Facebook page and be like, have y'all seen a goat? Goat is on the loose. And she was able to locate the goat. But much to her dismay, the goat came back with diarrhea. So they had to change up the goat's diet. They're just giving them lettuce now, so all should be good. I'm like, wow, she really did keep this goat. Like, okay, cool. Anyway, but right after that, they kind of really just get right into it. And Brooks, after they order, they reflect on Nina's dinner. And Brooks, she felt like Ion kind of iced her out right from the get-go. And Ion says, it stemmed from me having my own personal issues when you called that day and said, I can't remember verbatim, but she said along the lines of Ion not being invited to Caroline Stonsbury's party was because she wasn't important enough, or that whole thing, right? And Ion says that she was going through a lot at that time. Her husband was ill, her mom, her sister, like she was going through a lot personally. So that's the last thing she needed at 7 a.m. was me picking up the phone and you coming with the jokes, so to speak. And Lesa, she kind of tries to be the peacemaker in this moment. And I do love how she goes up for Ion. She was doing that pretty much throughout this whole entire episode. But I'm like, don't let you taking up for your friend and being her mouthpiece, I feel like. Don't let that get just too big, okay? And I say that because some of the other ladies are kind of picking up on that too. Like, and I'm not saying that you need to sell your friend up the river to cultivate and sustain other friendships, but it's just like she's been coming on real strong. And I get it. They're real friends in real life. I get it. But just, you got to be careful with that sometimes. Especially when you're trying to speak for somebody. Sometimes you don't know. And you could know somebody like the back of your hand. But like when you try to speak for them sometimes, like that can kind of create other follow-on bigger issues than it really needs to be. Just, sometimes let her speak for herself. That's just kind of how I see it. But anyway. Lesa, she's like, so did Stonsbury say that she wasn't important? And Brooks is like, no, I put that in there. I own that. I got that. She says, it was friendly banter pretty much. And thank God they kind of just agree and that they're not going to carry on like that anymore. They apologize and it was all cool, right? Until Brooks says, at the same time, though, it pains me to see that you and Caroline, are still on the outs or whatever. And I'm just kind of like, not everybody's meant to be friends. And not everybody in a group is going to be, some people just might be cordial. As long as they can be cordial in the same space, it'll work itself out. Or maybe it won't. And that's okay too. But I think we need to kind of leave that was cleared up for the most part for the time being. She said that. Caroline said what she said. Everybody said what they said. So let's just let it mellow for now. It's kind of what I'm feeling right now. And Ion, she's like, no, I feel like she purposely excluded me. And she's just like, And Lesa, of course, agrees. And again, this is when I'm like, okay, I feel like their dynamic is going to become an issue for some of the other women, which I get, but at the same time, again, they're real friends. So if that's how they go up for each other, then that's how they go up for each other, I guess. We just have to get used to it, right? Anyway, moving along, we get Sarah. She's having a photo shoot. She has, I think, like 5 covers she's trying to shoot. And as always, she looks gorgeous. And she really capitalizes off of her image as a rebel in her culture, which I think, girl, do it. She says, again, that she's been working since she was 15. She had a fashion design business company for 20 years until she closed that, and she moved into the tech industry. And I think she said she has two tech companies, or 2 or 4 tech companies right currently, and 1 skincare line, and she just has a lot going on. But at the same time, don't get it twisted, she had to file bankruptcy not once but twice, and so she knows how it is to be up with business and also down with business. So I thought that definitely gave a very realistic, brought us right back down to reality. Like, hey, it's not all peaches, oranges, and strawberries. Sometimes it's prune juice. I'm annoying. Anyway. And she was like, at one point, I remember she said, she was like, oh, I didn't even know orange was my color. I'm like, girl, like, I'm pretty sure every color is your color. Like, you just be owning it. You be killing it. Like, you got it. Like, it's cool. Anyway. Meanwhile, Caroline Stonsbury is hitting the med spa with Brooks, and she says that she gets paid to look good because we see her face is plastered on all the screens and all the boards all across this med spa in particular. And Brooks is like, yeah, I mean, I guess that's cool and all, but like, you're really not that influential at the same time. And I was like, that was funny. That was cute. And then at this time, Brooks also kind of low-key highlights Sarah's cosmetic makeover, so to speak. And Bravo's so petty. They put up a side-by-side of, I guess, Brooks's old face, or Sarah's old face and Sarah's new face. And I was like, y'all are so goddamn shady for that. Jesus. But I'm blaming you, Brooks, for even bringing that up. Because she was like, yeah, if anybody needs to be the face of cosmetic procedures, it needs to be Sarah. And I was like, that's messed up. At the same time, Brooks shares about her lunch with Lesa and Ayan. And I was like, oh, now we getting into it, right? We getting into it, okay? And Caroline's basically like, Stonsbury's, I'm gonna say their last names right now because it's Caroline and Caroline right now, right? So Stonsbury's like, yeah, I'm not apologizing. And Lesa needs to pipe down. And I was like, can't really argue with that. Everybody, no one's wanting to back down. That's why I said, just let it mellow for now, because you feel how you feel, you feel how you feel. Let some more positive vibes flow in between and all up in through and through before we try to just mend and bring everybody together. Like, that was too fresh. It's like, it's an open wound right now. It's an open wound. It just stopped bleeding, but it hasn't quite healed over a little bit yet. So let it ride, okay? But then Brooks does this body sculpting thing that apparently like hurts real bad, which was kind of funny, and they kind of all laugh, and that was, I don't know, it was a cute little way to end the scene, right? We're still with Caroline in the next scene, Caroline Stonsbury, and we see her with her family, and she's talking more and more about Sergio and how he just jumped through hoops and hurdles to be a part of her family, and I'm just like, I know he's had success. He's a ex-soccer player, retired soccer player, but I don't know. He jumped through hoops and hurdles to be with you, like, but why though? I don't know. And I hate to look at it like that, but you have to look at things from different perspectives these days, because not everybody's intentions always be true. So we gonna see, right? All right. And I also was like, why is he talking about a boys' day right now when you wouldn't even let her go to her own hen party without you being a piece of jewelry on her arm that night? Like, because her son, they're supposed to have like a boys' day or whatever. And he was like, no, Mom, you can't come. You're going to be embarrassing. Like, no. And Sergio's like, yeah, sorry, honey. Like, it's just boys that day. And I'm just like, but okay, whatever. Anyway. Moving right along, it's the day of Lesa's fashion show, and she kisses her boys. She jumps in the G-Wagon. She is off, honey. Ayan's already there, getting the girls together, working with the models and whatnot. And Lesa turns to her while she's getting her makeup done, and she's like, yeah, so everybody RSVP talking about the girls, everybody but Stonsbury. Of course, we saw this coming, right? Because she got word back that they was talking about her at the lunch. So of course she's probably like, I'm good. And we can also see that clearly now Stansbury's on her shit list too. And Ion says, I would have loved if she was here for you, you know, at this time. And I'm just like, but do you really, Ion? Do you really? Like, something tells me you don't. That's just one of those things you say, but like, you don't really mean it. Like, you say that in the moment, but like, you didn't really, no. This is the outcome you probably were cool with. Like, you could have did without her being there too. And I'm not saying that she doesn't care about this joyous occasion for her friend, but you don't care that Stansbury wasn't there, girl. Next, the other ladies arrive and Lesa gets well wishes from her husband, which I don't think I said before, but in the opening scene, we found out that Lesa's husband, he always had faith in her and confidence in her, but not her vision or her idea as far as for the brand. And I'm like, okay, but like, if my husband said that to me, I'm like, okay, then you really don't support me then, because you should know that you should stand behind what I believe in, right? And he doesn't give me those vibes. And I think we even see in next week that he's gonna still be coming a little crazy and less supportive than I would like him to be, if you ask me. So he's kind of on my list too over there with Sergio right now. I'm not even gonna cap. Behind the scenes, things are getting a little chaotic though at the same time. You know, they're working and trying to make sure everybody can hit the runway and look how they need to and everything, get shoes together, whatever. At one point, Lisa's like, hey, you take my shoes. I need an extra belly because they got the fake bellies for the maternity wear. It's going to be like half maternity wear in the beginning, and then she's going to transition over to introducing her non-maternity wear pieces as well. But everything comes together in the end, I will say that. And we also get, at this simultaneously, we see Caroline Stansbury back at home when apparently she tried to say, she sent Lesa a text saying like, yeah, I can't be there because all this wedding planning is just too much. Like, too much is going on with this. Like, sorry, blah, blah. Bullshit. Bullshit. Okay, because she's at home popping bottles up with Sergio, her good girlfriend Sergio. And they're toasting to love and happiness right at home in her athleisure. Anyway, again, we found out that Nina loves French fries in this episode. She's asking for French fries and ketchup, and they're like, okay, like, make it happen. I'm like, girl, calm down. Anyway, it's showtime. Her husband announces the commencement of the event and kind of says a couple questionable things now that I'm looking back on it. But anyway, they're still doing last minute touch-ups behind the scenes, and the show begins. And I'll have to say, everything looks great. The transition to non-maternity wear was nice. Everything was very cohesive. I will say though that I don't know the quality. I can't feel or see in person, so I can't speak, you know, wholly, but I will say some of the pieces were kind of given like boohoo, I'm not even gonna lie, or, you know, shop Akira, if you will, you know, just higher quality boutique, you know, wear and whatnot, which is fine. Like, it didn't look bad, but again, I was like, okay. And I've never been on her website, like, I don't know like much about her brand, so if it's right in line with her brand, then girl, do you're clearly killing it. But I was like, okay, you know, or maybe she didn't want to do too much with she just wanted to introduce some simple pieces, see how it was received, and then go from there, right? So I'm not even gonna try to knock her down about that at all. Do your thing, girl. At the end, Lesa comes out, and again, she's hand in hand with Ion, and I thought that was so beautiful. Like, I really do believe they're friends in real life. Ion's like, you know, give it up for my girl. Lisa's soaking up all this joy in this moment, and I just thought it was super beautiful, right? After party. Nina's still asking for goddamn fries, and I'm like, girl, okay. But she finally gets them, and I will say, all the ladies look nice, but I did not like Brooks's hair or her, like, it was just a lot of black and just the hair. And the makeup, I didn't like that. No. But they toast and talk about, you know, friends supporting friends. But of course, we get right back to Caroline Salisbury being brought up, and Nina's like, yeah, I just really think she's really overwhelmed about the wedding stuff right now. Girl, no, she's not, because we switch back and we see that she is still toasting up with Sergio, just right at home, not having a care in the world, right? But anyway, luckily, Rich, who again is still kind of on my list right now, he comes over and gets things back on track, and it just ends in very positive and good vibes. So overall, this episode was cute. It not too much happened, you know. It was pretty simple. As we know, it can't always be episodes like they gotta save some and kind of sprinkle it throughout the season, but it was still cool. I'm still watch, you know. Y'all let me know in the comments below what you thought of this episode, as well as my recap and review. As always, y'all, I'll be back on time because it comes on tonight. I'll be back on time with the rest of my videos. You know, I'm about to get them out for y'all. I told you, real consistent. You know, I had a little this weekend, but I'm back on it. So y'all let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one, right? Bye.